What is happening to one of the wealthiest nations in the world? Why does no one want to live in a country that's richer than Switzerland or Qatar? Well, not everything about Ireland's economic success is as it seems. The reality looks a lot different from what we perceive when we dig beneath the surface, and here is why. First things first. Going back to time in the 70s and 80s, a mix of worldwide and local factors teamed up to bring the country down in terms of money and people leaving. Then, in the 1990s, something amazing happened. An economic boom called the Celtic Tiger started, bringing Ireland unprecedented success. This golden era continued until the 2008 global financial crisis hit, causing the post-2008 economic downturn. This downturn even made Ireland the most indebted state in the European Union. Fast forward to 2015, and the Republic was back on its feet, not just growing, but being the fast-growing economy of that year. But now what's happening? Suddenly, no one wants to stay in one of the richest countries in Europe. So, how did Ireland melt down so quickly? A big part of the problem was a real estate bubble similar to what happened in the United States. Easy money from banks made it simple for almost anyone to buy or build houses, causing prices to shoot up. This boom went on for over 10 years, but when the global recession hit in 2008, the bubble burst. Home prices dropped, and people couldn't repay their loans, putting the banks at risk. In recent years, the government borrowed more money to cover budget shortfalls in a struggling economy. Lenders, like British banks, charged higher rates because they were worried about a potential default. And this is when all the problems began. Tough times. Which ones, you ask? The pricey lifestyle in Ireland is pushing lots of people to explore opportunities elsewhere. Housing and healthcare are major concerns, but it doesn't stop there. Education and childcare costs are also adding to the strain. Interestingly, places like Mallorca offer affordable childcare, where creches only set you back around $400 to $500 per month. Moreover, other countries boast impressive and responsibly priced public transport systems, making it easy for people to get to work, school, and home without the headache of long commutes. Lyon, for example, offers a monthly public transport ticket for under 26 at just 25. Ireland is experiencing steady flow of immigration, especially among young graduates and working millennials. The housing crisis, being the driving force behind this exodus, has been made worse by inflation, putting a serious dent in the future prospects of these individuals. The situation in Ireland has gone from bad to worse since the economic crash of 2008. Rory Hearn, a senior lecturer in social policy at Maynooth University, pointed out, "We are starting to see a decline in the birth rate among young people because it is obvious that in order to have children and feel safe, people want a safe home, and they want to be able to see that they can have a safe home in the future. At present, young people have no certainty. This uncertainty is fueled in large part by a high rate of tenant evictions. In Ireland, renters have little to no protection. To add to the challenge, the average house price in Ireland has soared to a staggering $305,000. This has prompted investment funds and other property owners to sell, aiming to maximize their profits. We can all agree that it is a tough situation, especially for those dreaming of a stable home and family life, right? As much as millennials in Ireland find themselves caught in a tough spot, they were too young to buy when property prices hit their lowest point a decade ago. And now they struggle to gather enough funds for a house deposit and repayments. The Irish Central Bank demands a 10% down payment from first-time buyers based on the property's value. There are also loan-to-income limits in place, capping the amount these buyers can borrow to 4 times their gross income. To make matters worse, rent and property prices have nearly doubled since 2013. This confluence of factors has led to a significant decline in young home ownership, with the percentage of homeowners aged 25 through 34 plummeting from 60% to 27% over the same period. Furthermore, Ireland's water supply system sounds like a bit of a puzzle. Irish Water was established to streamline the system under a semi-state body, aiming to upgrade it while introducing direct payments from homeowners for water usage, a departure from the indirect tax funding it had relied on previously. The thought behind this move was that people might use water more responsibly if they saw a bill at the end of the month. However, this initiative emerged during a time of austerity, and folks were already stretched thin with bills. This sparked a massive political backlash, leading to politicians ducking for cover and the suspension of Irish water bill payments. Now, the latest hiccup is that roughly half the country paid their bills, while the other half did not. The big question looms: do you try to get the protesters to settle their bills, or do you refund those who did pay? It's a messy situation with no easy answers, and the saga continues. And so, what have the people opted for instead? For those opting to emigrate, Europe remains a top choice, but English-speaking countries like Australia and Canada also beckon as promising destinations for young Irish individuals seeking new opportunities. The attraction of diverse cultures, job prospects, and the chance for a fresh start draws many to consider these international horizons. Scholarships for PhD students abroad is also a pull to move overseas, given the lack of these in Ireland. Those opting to take up full PhD scholarships in other countries are doing it because they don't want to be PhD candidates without financial support, or on scholarships that pay less than the minimum living wage in Ireland. There's a clear sense of not wanting to miss out on better opportunities, with people exploring what's out there beyond Ireland. To their departures in the health crisis, Ireland's hospitals are caught in an endless cycle of crisis due to a surge in winter illnesses, putting them under extreme pressure. The Irish Medical Organization has raised the alarm, indicating that patients are experiencing perilous waiting times for treatment. The Irish Nurses and Midwives Organization reported that last year marked the worst on record for hospital overcrowding, and these conditions are compressing patient safety. A staggering number: 121,318 patients, including 2,777 children, went without a bed in Irish hospitals last year. In December 2022 alone, the Irish Nurses and Midwives Organization recorded that 11,842 people were admitted but couldn't secure a bed. The General Secretary, Phil Ní highlighted the challenging circumstances, stating that their members spent the year working in a constant state of crisis. A concerning situation for both healthcare providers and patients alike. All these leave us wondering, in the face of Ireland's housing and healthcare struggles, what's one solution you believe could make a positive impact? Share your insights in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insightful content. See you in the next video.